guys, what's up? I am back for another video. I'm Lizzie in case you are new here, and if you are, can you guess what I'm gonna say? Click the subscribe button down below, right there. Please. I'll wait. We good? Thank you. Okay, so today I am going to start something a little bit new here. Something kind of fun, actually, I think, called Make It, Don't Buy It. Because there are so many things, takes very little time to make, and if you make it, you save money, you keep plastic and everything else in the packaging out of the landfills, and you also know what you are eating, not whatever this word is. So, what are we doing today? We are making pizza dough, because the beauty of pizza dough is really, it's kind of just dough, isn't it? It's very basic. You can add what you want, use it for what you want. So I guess, yeah, it's not so much pizza dough as it is just a generic dough recipe that you can use for anything. But the best part is, what is the best part, you ask? Besides my hair? The best part, this ish you can freeze. So let's get to making this.
Okay, so this is super simple, guys. We have 2.5 cups of flour. We have some extra flour. It's a total of 5 cups, so 2.5 for each bowl. Then we have a tablespoon of salt, tablespoon of yeast, and 2 cups of warm water. Now, if you're going to be making this pizza dough right away, then you're also going to need some olive oil. First thing you want to start off with is mixing the active dry yeast into the warm water. You want to mix that in and let it sit for about 5 minutes until you see it gets nice and frothy. That's how you know it's activated. Now once you notice that you're a little bit frothy and your yeast is good, pour it into your 2.5 cups of flour. You want to start it with 2.5 cups. It just makes it a whole heck of a lot easier to mix up and just get incorporated. I don't know about you, but I really find a pair of chopsticks really help mix everything up. I kind of learned that myself by watching some YouTubers. So just keep mixing this until it's just incorporated. It's kind of thick, but still very goopy looking. And it doesn't have to be smooth at all. So don't worry about it being smooth or anything like that, because you still have 2.5 cups of flour left to put in. Now before we mix the rest of the flour in, we gotta mix in that salt. Now, as you can see, I used pink salt, Himalayan sea salt, but it's all the same. Now on to the rest of the flour. And what I like to do personally is mix it in gradually. This is the best way to incorporate it with less frustration than what's needed. So you just mix it all in, and as you can see, it's starting to kind of ball together a little bit more, and I'm just pulling down the flour on the sides of the bowl. Okay, so just continue to mix in the flour gradually. You're going to notice it's going to start pulling away from the sides of the bowl. It's going to start kind of becoming more sticky than goopy, and that is a good sign. Once you get down to the last, second and last pour of the flour in the second bowl, you're going to want to just kind of put your utensils aside and start using your hands, because now it's going to be kneaded. And you just kind of want to mix it around, punch it down, and start mixing everything through. This is probably the most tedious part of making dough, is kneading it until it's all incorporated. This usually takes about probably 5 minutes, maybe 10-ish. And in all honesty, it's a great way to get some frustrations out. Now that the dough's done being brought together and kneaded, all you have to do is cover that bowl and place it in a nice, warm, cozy spot for about 15 to 20 minutes. And I tried putting it in my oven. Unfortunately, it doesn't fit in my oven. So what I actually wound up doing was leaving the cloth over top, and coincidentally I actually had a lid, a pan lid, that fit perfectly in this bowl, and it still worked. So if you have that option, and maybe only that option, you also have that as well that you can do. So, okay, so my camera actually died, so it's actually been about half an hour, but still, it pretty much did the same thing. Look how big and jiggly this dough is. So now that it's risen, here comes a little bit of fun. So now that that is all done rising and all the technical stuff, here's the fun part. Punching that dough down, peeling it out of the bowl and onto your cutting board, or your whatever you're rolling it out on. Keep in mind this looks big because it is. This is for about 2-ish large pizzas. So this is going to be a lot of dough to work with. So as you can see, it's kind of still sticky. I actually should have put some flour down before I put the dough out, but not a big deal. So just rub out some flour and throw your dough down, and you want to knead it for about a minute or so until it's nice and smooth. Once you're done kneading the dough out, like I said before, this is for about 2 larges. So depending on how big you want yours, cut it in half, or you can even cut it in quarters as well. And this will let you roll them up and either store them away in the freezer or make them right away.
Okay, so it is seriously that simple. 10-20 minutes of, just resting the dough, 5 minutes for proofing the yeast, and then a few minutes of kneading and mixing. It's not hard at all. Stop buying it and let's make our own again. So if you enjoyed this video, I hope you have already subscribed. If you haven't, boom, it's right below. If you liked this video, give it a big ol' thumbs up. 2, if you can, go ahead. I'd like to see you try. 2 thumbs up. And I would love to hear what you would love to make and stop buying. So leave those down in the comments below. And of course, I will see you in the next video. Bye.